Playhouse is just a wonderful place to perform. One of the reasons I love the Playhouse, it's 100 years old, and it's still being used for the same function for which it was designed. This is really an indispensable part of this community. And with the variety of different programming that has come into this Playhouse, from professional musicians who have toured through to professional actors using this as a professional summer stock playhouse, for community members, for the kids who have performed on this stage. Without this stage, and I know that all the high school auditoria that were built in the big building boom of the early 90s with the Proposal A and the changes in school funding, they don't really have the same sense as a theater like this. And I'll use the term playhouse because I think it's a very appropriate term for this space.
There's a definite benefit to having the overlap of the society we live in today with everybody busy and looking at screens all the time. It's great to be able to have a place to come. It's kind of a retreat space in a way, and it's in your own community. I mean, you can come here and turn your phone off, if you can, if you can challenge yourself to turn your screens off for a period of time and watch somebody doing something live. It's the only thing next to sporting events that happens right in front of you, that you're not rewatching. It's not being broadcast on a news feed, and it's more than 2 minutes long. So you have to I think culturally and physically it's good for you because it makes you hold your attention and pay attention to something and think things through and to absorb. And I think there's a huge importance to that.
People who work here, people who patron here, come back season after season because of the sense of community here, the sense of fellowship and support from your peers and different artists, and that collaboration that I spoke of earlier, the collaboration between artists and community members, between local artists and national artists. It really is it's like you feel at home here.
I loved this place because it gave us an outlet. It's just a wonderful thing. I mean, they do plays in high school now, but only big extravaganzas once a year. We used to do 2 a year, sometimes 3. And this man, Bob Stickle, just was endless, tireless. I'm sure he probably didn't get paid for it even. But he felt it important for all of us who wanted to have that. And I think that most of my friends, rolled their eyes and thought, oh, boy, what? But it didn't make any difference. There was a place for it. And I think for maybe a long time, kids went without a place for it. And here it is again. And the youth theater here is it's just wonderful to give kids a chance. Because, and it doesn't make any difference, I don't think, if they ever make it big, but at least they've got an outlet for it, a way to do it. A way to stand up there and hear clapping and say, yes, this is what I'm good at. And it's important. And I love this old place.
I think it's important because, it's been running for so many years that everyone has had a taste of the theater in a different way. And that since they remember it as kids, they love it when they see kids up there because it's someone's reliving their past for them, and they just love it because it's a great place and it's full of fond memories. And
yeah, what is it, 98 years?
97
years, that's a long time. And it was shut down for a while, wasn't it? But opening it back up has been great for the community because, people come here and just have a good time and just watch a good show.
The uniqueness of the Playhouse in a community like this is what just makes it delightful. There's not every community has a Playhouse, and I think it's what adds value to the experience of the White Lake area. And personally, I like to support the uniqueness of an area where I am. If I can possibly join in to help support that, that's of interest to me.
You can do a lot of different things here. You can do music, you can do theater, you can show a film, you can have a speech, a talk, a stand-up comedian. It's just the kind of place that every community, has to have, so that you can bring people in from outside and say, hey, look what the rest of the world is doing.
That's right. You got to connect, and to have people able, especially young people, when they're starting out, to be able to walk into a theater that isn't too huge. I mean, it's difficult to keep up a huge theater. We know that. It's difficult enough just to keep this little theater up, but to be able to walk out on this stage and know that you're in a place that was built for what you do, it's just amazing.
When places like this go away, when communities decide that a place like the Howmet isn't important anymore, they're gone forever. Nobody ever says, hey, let's build another giant theater. This is something from days gone by. This is history. It's not the future, but it should remain the future. I don't know how to say that, but people aren't going around building big playhouses in small towns. That's why it's so important to preserve the ones we have, and that's what makes this place so cool and this community so great, in the fact that they see the value and the importance in this building and what it brings to the community.
Asset. Important.
Hope.
Home.
Memories.
Longevity.
Professional.
Unique.
Warm.
Welcoming.
Extraordinary. Just spectacular, wonderful. Sorry, 3. It's just, I love it. Always have, always will. Just love it.